bad news is time is gonna move regardless if you like it or not. But the good news is you're the driver, meaning that whatever you do with your time is who you are. And in today's video, I'm hoping to give you guys perspective on how to better manage your time effectively and to also understand why managing your time effectively is important each and every day, right? It's your big homie Stoddy, and the reason I'm bringing this video today is because this is something that I personally struggle with. So I had to sit back and realize what is the purpose of time management, right? In my days, each and every day, I always self reflect on just life in itself. And I always just look at like, damn, I be feeling sometimes like I'm stuck. I be feeling sometimes like, why is life happening to me this way? Or why do I feel like X, Y, and Z is going the way that it's going? And it's not going the way that I want to go it. And I sat back and I realized, time is payment to your future self, right? You remember when we was like in high school, we was like, when we in our 20s and 30s, we expect to see ourselves in this position, right? And now that we're this age, 20, 30, 40, whatever the case may be, we have to reflect on the past and understand like these are the things that have put us in a position that we are in today. And me personally, like, I don't want to work a job forever. And even now, I'm still working a job. And I kind of get pissed off. I get pissed off when I sit back and I be like, damn, like I'm still working a job. But then again, I have to hold myself accountable because the way that I use my time in the past reflects why I'm still working a job. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, like I said, I'm gonna hold myself accountable regardless. But I also have to sit back and understand like what gave me this type of bad connotation about time, and I want to reflect and say that I feel like it was because when I was in school, I was never somebody that actually liked school. I hate school. And I'm pretty sure you hate school too. And if you don't hate school, kudos to you. But me personally, I hate school. The reason I hate school is because there's important things that school has implemented in school that we should implement in life, right? Waking up early, doing our homework, passing the test, showing up on time, like having what I want to say, having time schedules, just making sure we do things and have a deadline. Like all those things school has implemented, and we just when we left school, we just don't do it no more, right? We just kind of like have spurts of just when we want to do stuff and this and that, whatever the case may be. But we have to understand that to use our time effectively, we have to take control of time, right? When you take control of time, then you can actually say that this is what's going to happen. This is what I'm doing. And when I look at myself, I always look back and I be like, dang, you know, the things that I did with my time wasn't the things that I chose to do. There were things that just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't say I'm gonna wake up at this time and do this. It was more like I woke up at this time, and since I woke up at this time, this is how much time I have to do this before I have to do this, right? And let me give you a better example. Like if I have to wake up and I have to be to work at 9, but I want to make breakfast. If I wake up at 8:30, I have no time to make breakfast. You know what I'm saying? But when I consciously tell myself I'm going to wake up at 7, make me some breakfast, make my lunchbox, and then go to work, I just effectively use my time. You know what I'm saying? And we have to do that with just regular life. And doing that helps us get closer to our purpose because we're purposely using time. Like I said earlier, you pay yourself, pay your future self with the time that you have now, right? Having effective time management gives you a sense of direction, right? If we look at these successful people in life, like Elon Musk, Myron Golden, like Bezos, Cooley, like these are people that you may not know, but these people are very successful and that I study. I understand that they use their time effective. And even when they're making their YouTube videos, you can see how they explain how, okay, I have but this much time, I gotta hurry up and get this information across to you. Or they'll be like, when I have this much time, I do X, Y, and Z with this time until it's time for me to do X, Y, and Z with something else, right? Because they're purpose driven. When you have purpose, when you have a sense of direction of where you're going in life, like your destiny, you use your time effectively, right? And a person that doesn't have purpose and are aligned with their purpose, they just move with the flow. They just go with the flow. Like whatever happens, happens. They know they gotta get X, Y, and Z done, but the other time frame that they have, it is what it is. Like I'm sure we heard where you go to work from 9 to 5, but from 5 to 9 you work on yourself. That's real. You got to work on yourself and be intentional about it. When you get home, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. When you're consciously telling yourself that you're going to do these things, you're doing it for a reason. You're being intentional to get closer to your purpose, to get closer to your better self, right? I don't like going to the gym. But I set a time block for me to go to the gym for an hour and get that work in, regardless if I like it or not. It's intentional. It's necessary for my future self. Because by my birthday, I'm not going to be this small. I'm not going to weigh this much. I'm going to have a better look for myself. I'm going to see the progress of me being intentional about having time management and using my time effectively, right? A lot of mistakes that we make when it comes to time is we procrastinate. And procrastination is just ripping us away from who we are supposed to be. We know that these things must be done, but all in all, we feel like we have so much time to get it and so much time to make it happen. When at the end of the day, we really don't have that much time. We may overcommit to something that's like not as important as it should be. Or we may start procrastinating when we know that we should be putting in work when it comes to other things, right? Or we may, let's just say, we have a lack of intention. Like I said earlier, we don't intentionally get up and go do it. We may find time to just do it whenever we feel like it. And that's the wrong way to do things, right? And all in all, man, I just want to say like time could be either a gift or a curse. And it's up to you to how you take it, right? We don't want to be in our 70s and 80s and look back and be like, man, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have made those decisions, or I wish I would have went to the gym, or whatever the case may be. Like, let's start now. Let's do the things necessary now, right? Plan. Sit back and plan. Have a sense of direction. When you have a sense of direction, it gives you alignment, right? You're not just everywhere with the shits. You're actually focused on what you're doing. When you wake up in the morning, you know what your morning routine is like. After you get off of work, you know what your after work routine looks like. You know when it's time to eat, you know when it's time to go to bed. Like, this is very important to you becoming the best version of yourself, right? Another example would be, people around you. Assess the type of people that you associate yourself with. If you're associating yourself with people that are doing things that you know aren't in alignment with your purpose, be okay with saying no. Be okay with missing out, right? Partying, smoking, drinking, hanging around people that have no care in the world to become a better version of themselves, right? You want to be around people that are elevating themselves each and every day, if that's something that you're doing as well, right? You don't want to put yourself around those type of people because you may not like the things that they do. You may not like the things that they say. You may not like a lot of things that they do because it's not in alignment with what you want to do. because they're in alignment with what they want to do, right? Have that congruent mindset that, okay, we're both on the same path to greatness. We're both on the same path to elevating ourselves and becoming better, right? And even me personally, I've had to put myself in a position where I had to sit down and reassess my environment. Understand that, okay, these are the people I'm hanging out with. These are the people that's helping me get to my goal. These are the people that aren't helping me get to my goal. And I have to realize I have to weed those people out like, okay, cool, cool, cool. And what's the hardest part? It could be your family that you are weeding out as well, you know? Because you could tell your family, your mom, dad, sister, brother, whoever it is, your goals and aspirations, and it may not be in alignment with the type of life that they live. And it's okay, but you got to separate yourself. Don't disappear. Don't go ghost. You know, you can still check up on them, still tell them you love them, whatever the case may be, but use your time effectively. Talking to them every day is not going to get you anywhere. Hanging around them every day is not going to get you anywhere, right? One thing that I had to learn too is you can't make everybody happy. And if you are trying to make everybody happy, you're devaluing yourself. You're devaluing your time, and you're also putting yourself in a bad situation. Because once you do it one time, you're gonna have to keep doing it. You're gonna have to keep doing it. And then it becomes a priority and it distracts you from what's really important. Your priority is becoming a better version for yourself and the people around you. And if people around you don't like that, they aren't the people for you. Understand that and be intentional about where you're going. It's okay to say no. It's okay to not be there. Put yourself in position that's going to help you and propel you to becoming the best version of yourself. I'm going to say that a lot in this video. Become the best version of yourself. Really, I'm going to say that a lot throughout this whole channel. Because like I said in my introduction video, we're here to become the best version of ourselves and also get closer to God. And, you know, I say get closer to God too, but I ran across a scripture as I was studying, and it's Ephesians 5:16, and it says, redeem the time because the days are evil. And the word redeem basically means you're taking ownership or you're taking back ownership, right? The word deem means to own something, and the word redeem means to take back again. You know what I'm saying? Like we started off with time and we started to use it effectively. As a child, we are effectively using our time. We're learning ourselves. We learning from our left from our right. We're learning what our hands are, feet, toes, and all those other good things. But as we go through life, we start to get distracted. We start doing things that aren't important anymore because of what's around us. And then as you get older and older and older, then you start being more conscious. And then you start understanding, okay, cool, is this in alignment with where I'm going? And a lot of us, we don't use that, or we don't be conscious of understanding if this is in alignment with what we want. We just do it because it feels good. I was listening to Miles Monroe, and he was saying the biggest tool that the devil uses towards a disciplined man or woman is distraction. And I was thinking, like, what is a distraction? A distraction could be anything. It doesn't even have to be bad. Anything good is not always good for you. It's not always right, right? And you got to realize that if it's distracting you, it's taking you away from it. It's not putting you in front of it and helping you get closer to it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like time is a blessing, but it can also be a curse, right? And the reason I say that is because let's just imagine if we actually had to live in eternity. If we had a backache, we have a backache for eternity, right? But the fact that we live in time, we have time on our side to give us time to heal. It gives us time to not have that backache 2, 3 years down the line. Or we can find that time to heal ourselves so that we don't have that backache, right? God has created time in order for us to mature towards our purpose, our given design purpose. And I just want us to really take heed and understand that time is our best friend. depending on how we use it. If you don't take control of it, somebody else will. And I look at myself and I sit back and I reflect on everything all the way up to this point. I've understood that I've let other people take control of my time. I let other people devalue my time. And I have to take control over all of that in order to see results that I want to see. Putting myself in position that is going to effectively keep me in direction towards where I'm trying to go, towards my destiny, right? I want us to pay attention to why time is given to us and that we should not waste it. If you put yourself in position to effectively take control over your time, you will see so much better results for your future. But we also have to, be patient with it. Each and every day, we just add in 1% towards where we're trying to go, right? And just me personally, just like a small outline of how I manage my days. I wake up early enough to make my breakfast and to go to the gym before I go to work. While I'm at work from that 9 to 5, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just use that time to go to work. And then when that time is up, I put the rest of the time of the day into myself, pouring into myself, doing things that's important to me, right? Until I get into the position where I can financially provide for myself outside of a job, I'm going to put that time into a job, right? But also understanding too that if I want to get away from that job, I have to put in time to get away from that job. Like, is it clicking? You know what I'm saying? Like, time is your best friend if you make it. And I'm gonna keep saying that, right? The way a person uses their time is very visible to the naked eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could look at a person and be like, oh, she be in the gym, or he's in the gym, or oh, he's a healthy person just by them sitting down, eating a banana or eating their fruit, vegetables, and things of that nature. Now, in order for us to start today by having better time management, we need to first start off by writing down what's important, rearranging your environment, the people that you hang out with. Put down on a piece of paper everything that's going on in life right now on a daily basis. Then you move forward and you take control over what's going to happen in your daily life on a daily basis, right? I'm going to only hang out with these people on these days or on this day or not at all. I'm only going to eat at a certain period of time. I'm going to go to the gym 3 to 4 times out of the week. I'm going to read my book for an hour a day because these things are valuable to yourself, right? And you must stick to understand that these going to help you become a better version of yourself. With that being said, this whole video is all about maximizing your time, using your time effectively, and putting yourself in position to become the best version of yourself. Each and every step of the way, you must be conscious of what you're putting your time towards. Look at time as an investment. Whatever you invest your time in is who you are. If you invest your time into learning into smoking weed, you're going to be a pothead, is what they call it, right? If you invest your time into drinking alcohol, what you become? If you invest your time into going to the club, who do you become? Right? Invest your time wisely into things that you want to become, right? This year, I'm being more focused on what I invest my time in. Like I said in my last video, man, doing YouTube videos is not the easiest thing for me. You're gonna see me fumble, you're gonna see me do a lot of things, but over time, as I continue to invest my time into doing these videos, you're going to see a better version of me because I'm investing the time into doing it, right? This is a journey. This is not cross the finish line and you're done. So it's like when you accomplish something, go accomplish something else. Go do something else that's also helping you get closer to your goal, right? And again, man, I just really appreciate the fact that I'm in this space in my life where I want it so bad that I'm just like very conscious of how I treat myself, you know. Like I even to this day, like I still have people that's hitting me up that wants to go do things, and normally I would go do it. Normally I would participate in the activities that other people want me to do. And the sad thing is like people are gonna come at you to steal your time. People are going to come at you and want your time. And they may not look at it like that. You may not look at it like that, but you got to look at it for what it is. And if you sit back and you reflect, like, do I want to go do that? Is that important towards my destiny? Is that important to me getting closer to my goal? You got to say no. You got to be okay with not doing it and put yourself in position to go do the things that's more important, right? And I'm not saying that you don't have to, sit down and find activities that help you decompress for life because that's important. You got to have a balance. Me personally, I love playing the game. I love going bowling. I love playing basketball. But you can't invest too much time in those things because unless you're trying to become way better at doing those things, then cool. Put your time into becoming better at those things. But me personally, I do those things because the things that I am doing, I can't just pound at the things that I want, that the things that I have to do each and every second of the day because I go crazy. I wouldn't know what to do. But I am conscious enough to know that if I do put some time into that, it can help me, release some stress. It can help me um, just feel better about me even having the time to even do those things. Because, we got to be real with ourselves. But, I just really hope this video helps you. I don't know if I was everywhere with it or not, but at the end of the day, my goal was to help you understand that the better you use your time, the closer you get to your goals, the better version of yourself you become. If you want to become better at your job, put more time into your job. If you want to become more better at being an entrepreneur, put more time into being an entrepreneur. Study, understand what's important and what's not. And I also want you guys to put in the comments like some things that you struggle with when it comes to, effective time management, whether that's procrastination, whether that's not knowing what to do or whatever the case may be. And we all as a community can come together and help you, find some sense of direction because we all need a system. We all need a plan. We all need something that's going to align us with our future selves. Because, like I said, time is the payment. Understand, time is a commodity. It's a payment towards your future self, right? What do you spend your time on? So with that being said, man, hope everybody is continuing to be great, continue to stay faithful to God and faithful to yourself, and let this be the last year that you waste time on shit that don't matter to you, on things that aren't productive, on things that is gonna put you in the mindset of you being stuck or you sick of being where you're at in life. The reason you're at where you're at in life is because of the time that you put in the past. Let the past be the past and understand what you're putting your time in towards the future. It's your big homie Stoddy, and I hope this video helped. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Deuces.